All right, good evening. Welcome. I hope we are live. Like I mentioned, there's been a bit of a tech.
We are live. We are
We are
live. I
live.
can see.
Yes,
We are
yes, yes.
live.
People can hear us.
We
Okay,
are live.
amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, amazing, amazing, amazing. Awesome. Hi, guys. Welcome back to this show. We managed to come back. Well, what? It's been month. I think 1 month. Every month is a good target to keep for now.
Our goalposts keep shifting.
Yeah,
It's like, oh,
exactly.
every month, every 2 weeks.
We
Perhaps,
try.
perhaps we try.
Maybe.
We
Maybe
try.
this year, maybe
We
next
try.
year.
I think.
We
I
do our
think in
best.
in a way, our podcast reflects changing trends in pop culture in general. Like you remember earlier, we would get a season of television every single year with 24
Yeah,
episodes without fail. Now it
yeah,
takes 3 years to get a season. That season will be 8 episodes. Sometimes those eight
yeah.
episodes will be released as four first and then four after 4 months. And then, so I think our podcast does a pretty accurate job reflecting how the streaming generation has butchered
Yeah.
the regularity of our pop culture consumption overall.
Also, more importantly, it should not be like, people should not be spoiled. People can't expect that every week something is going to happen. When people are
100%.
completely shocked and surprised, like in the chat, I can see a lot of people are surprised. When people are surprised that, oh my God, these guys, they remembered, or,
We
oh,
we
they are still there, or,
yes, we
hmm,
exist. We exist.
gods are
Yes.
there. But welcome to everybody. Welcome. You guys are the league. If you are new to the channel, then just remember, we don't call you guys chat, we call you the league. You're a part of the conversation with us. While people are coming in, we'll just quickly have a quick recap. What have you been watching? Is there anything interesting that you've seen or played or read recently? We'll do a quick recap and then start.
Yes, yes, and yes to all three. In terms of watching, I basically Batman the animated series was on Netflix, so I just
The Cape
started rewatching
Crusader.
the whole thing. No,
Oh,
no, no, the
you're
original. So
watching
I
the
watched the
OG
Cape
one.
Crusader. Cape Crusader was great. I really enjoyed it. I thought, like, again, I just wish it was more than 10 episodes.
Okay.
I thought the show had some incredible episodes. I think,
Okay.
especially the Firefly one, without
Yeah.
going into spoilers, was really really cool. And I think the Onomatopoeia one was also quite fun. Uh, Enjoyed that. So then Batman, the animated series was on Netflix. So then kind of burned through that over the last couple of weeks. Enjoyed that very much. So then moved on. And I have, over the last couple of weeks, also finished all seasons of the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited.
Oh,
And
good.
I've
So it's been
also
a good
really
binge.
enjoyed that. It's been actually a very fun sort of catching up with the best of DC animation type
Yeah.
binge. In terms of playing, I cannot stress this enough. All right.
Astrobot.
Sony has somehow gone and made the best Mario game in decades. All right, plain
Okay.
and simple. Sony has made the best Mario game. You didn't hear that wrong. I'm not saying this wrong. And there was a review on Polygon that said that basically, genius steals. This is the equivalent. This is that genius stealing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where
I
you're
was
like, we're
watching
going to take
videos.
Mario and we're going to make the most astonishingly entertaining platformer that we can. This game is pure cuteness. It is just sunshine and rainbows and platforming and like a good 80, 90 levels of platforming. Challenging, entertaining, innovative. You will be, it out Super Mario Odyssey, if you ask me. Really fun game, extremely meta, really cool sort of take on like PlayStation lore, funnily enough. Like, the Mario games will have
Yeah.
all your Bowser,
Yeah, yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
Same way, this game has such fantastic sort of nods to. So there's one entire level, for example, which is
Dedicated to
literally,
Uncharted, right?
dude, there's an Uncharted level, there's a God of War level.
I was
There's a
watching that
God of
today.
War level. There's a Horizon Zero Dawn level. There's all these wildly entertaining and even just the general levels. Tons of fun. I just cannot remember the last time I just had just this much fun with the game. Just pure fun.
I
I've
think
also been,
your energy is a reflection of what you have been playing. Like you're so happy and just
oh
joyful
man,
because you've been playing Astrobot. I
yes.
gave Black Myth Wukong a chance, and you can sense the sadness in my eyes as I continue speaking about how I don't think I'm ready for this game and it was stupid of me. But please
I
continue.
have two words for you, Sahil Shah.
I
Elden
know what you're
Ring.
gonna say.
Elden Ring.
I know what you're gonna say, but
Elden
still.
Ring. It is time to become the Elden Lord, Graceless Tarnished. And in terms of reading, I have been on book 4 and 5 of the Red Rising series. I'm currently on Dark Age, which is book 5. Very, very heavy Great fun, lots of violence. Basically, Spartacus in space. That's the simplest way
It's
to
by
explain the
some
Red Rising
Clancy
series.
Brown or someone, right? No,
What? Pierce
not
Brown.
Clancy
Pierce
Brown.
Brown.
Pierce
Clancy
Brown,
Brown
my
is
bad.
the actor
Is
who is also the voice of Lex Luthor
yeah, I was like,
in the
dude, I
Justice
know
League
that
animated
name.
series.
And I
So
know
that
the
is
guy.
where
I know the guy. Okay, got it. I was like, Clancy Brown kahan se aa
yeah,
gaya?
that's what
Very
I've
nice.
been. That's what I've been reading. And I've been reading this fantastic book. I'm going to apologize in advance because I do not remember who in chat suggested it, but one of the leagues suggested it actually. This phenomenal book called Unflattening by Nick Sousanis, if I'm saying the name right. It's
Okay.
sort of somewhere between a graphic novel slash meditative text on just ways of seeing and perceiving.
Wow.
Just astounding. So much fun.
All right, cool.
Just very, very, very good fun. So that is what I have been seeing, and I've been having the best time getting to grips with my Steam Deck. I got myself a Steam Deck, and I've been having the best time playing. I played Portal on it. I played Portal 2 on it. I am now playing GTA 4 on it. If you have money to burn, this is a device that has achieved the impossible. It magically makes flights disappear. Like you sit on a flight, you look at your Steam Deck, and suddenly the flight's over. And it's great. I love my Steam Deck, and that has been my pop culture journey over the
Amazing.
last few weeks. Sahil Shah, what have you watched,
Amazing.
read, and played aside
Watched,
from
read,
your
and played.
disappointing Black Myth Wukong experience?
Okay, cool. Playtime has been very reduced. I have decided that I will go back to old school roots, Rohan. If you remember back in, when the good old streaming days were there, I've been crosswording and having my fun time playing crosswords. Like I just keep
Outstanding.
thinking, wo to chalu karna hai. In terms of watching, so that's why I'm so excited for this Emmy stream. Segue, because I have not seen half of the shows. So
Okay,
I'm like, this is
fantastic.
going to be very fantastic conversation. Although I did spend 2 full days watching Blue-Eyed Samurai and oh
Finally,
my,
finally, the tale of
oh
Mizu.
my
Yes.
God, every
Oh,
Creative Arts Emmy
yes.
that they won. When I saw Creative Arts
Oh,
Emmy,
man.
everything.
Blue Eye Samurai
Oh,
is delightful.
oh,
Just absolutely delightful.
oh. If anyone over here has not seen the show, I would advise you that sit down. Like I was in that entire zone of nahi dekhna, nahi dekhna. And I sat down, and once I got into it, some of the fight sequences, some of the animation, some of the the villain, the everything about that show was
When your villain is
so
being played by Kenneth Branagh, you
good.
know you're in. Like, that's Kenneth Branagh's voice, by the way.
Yeah, I
So
know.
once that's happening, and also Maya Erskine as Mizu, just so
Jesus
good.
Christ, dude. What a
So,
what a
so
what a
good.
show. And we will obviously segue into the next big Japanese show, but let me just finish this quickly. I came across an author called John Mars, Marrs. Very, very fun guy. I finished a book in one day. It's called The One, where in the future DNA matches couples. That's how
Okay.
you know. And
Okay.
it's 5 different couples figuring out.
At this point, I've been single for so long, I'll take it.
Yeah. And written a bunch of other ones. You're like, हाँ ठीक है चलेगा यार, DNA कुछ भी चलेगा यार. I'm happy to do that. So yeah, it has been quite entertaining. Last week I messaged Rohan. I was like, dude, let's discuss creative arts Emmys. I didn't even know creative arts. It was yes, there is. We know when
It's
you
like
give
the
the
Oscars
awards.
technical award ceremony.
Exactly. So I saw that, and then we said we'll wait for the main Emmys before we do a recap. So obviously we'll discuss the award winners. We'll also League, you are part of the conversation. Please let us know if you agree or disagree with the people who won. The shows that won, again, none of us are in a place to be like, nahi jeetna chahiye, but still, we'll try our best to have a fun
Thoda bahut to hoga.
conversation.
Yes.
Which starts off with, firstly, thank you everybody who's in the chat. Thank you for watching the stream. Press the like
Smack the like
button.
button. Do it.
And
Smack
keep
that
chatting. See, the
button. Smack that
idea is the
button.
more you chat and you smack the button, the more people are like, oh my God, what is happening? Why is this such an active, bombastic stream live?
Smack
And they'll come to watch.
Smack that button. Smack that button. So I have Astrobot energy.
No, I can see it. And I have Black Myth energy, which is, I will kill you if you don't smack that button. Consider it as your boss battle.
Black Myth. What is a Black Myth? Friendly cops.
Oh.
It's a political joke. It's a political joke, innit? It's political.
You saw the shot and you took it.
Just like a cop.
Man. Okay, cool. So let's start. We'll start off with a question that someone had mentioned in the league. They had said, okay, it's the same joke that Dan and Eugene Levy cracked as to The Bear. Is it a comedy? Can it be considered a comedy?
I want to
Does
take a step back from The Bear to just overall say that when it comes to the Emmys and the Golden Globes, in general, they're just sort of division of what is a comedy and what is dramatic. Just it needs a serious looking at. Like, is just if my drama has two jokes, does that now make it a comedy? Right? Like,
mm.
is that how it works? Because not just The Bear, this has been an issue for a while. Right? There's times you look at shows and you're like, really, this is entering in like the comedy category. What is going on?
Yeah.
The Bear is definitely a dramatic show that occasionally has like a few light moments, and I don't think that The Bear qualifies as a comedy.
Dude, last
I
year
mean, I'm
itself
glad that they
also, I was
won,
like,
etc., whatever, but yeah, I don't think it qualifies as a comedy in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's fair. Like again, Devesh, I don't think that if your entire idea is timing, that's so weird. Like 25. So if I did, you're telling me, Devesh, that if I did a 25-minute Holocaust documentary and entered it into the comedy category, they would nominate me? Like just on the basis of it being 25 minutes? I don't think so. I think, yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean,
Like,
but
yeah.
that's a weird category.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like, I
Succession
mean,
also, right? Like, how can you say Succession is comedy? Like, just because it has three funny lines.
I agree. I agree. Last year when The Bear was nominated, I was like, comedy? Huh?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember when was the last time I laughed, or when I was like, dude, oh my God, I mean,
Yeah, that
anything,
show
I
is
can
so
have one, two.
stressful. I'm with Sushil on this. I laughed more in Shogun than I laughed in The Bear season 3. It's true. Like when Anjan says all that shit and then she's like, Anjan Sama is very grateful. That was funnier than anything in The Bear season 3. So, yeah. I don't know.
So, but what do you think? Bear, deserved, not deserved? Jeremy Allen White as main actor,
This
what do
was
you think?
season 2, right?
Lead actor? Yeah.
Season 2, right? Yeah, then
Yeah.
deserve. Then deserve. Not as a comedy. I think just a show that is deserving of awards. I thought season 2 was
Oh,
quite fantastic. Like I thought
season
season
2.
2, season 3, I think was 50-50, but season 2 was extraordinary television. So I feel like whatever category you put it in, it's definitely a show and a season that deserve like a ton of recognition. But it is, I guess, sad to see other shows like, whether they're shows like Hacks or Only Murders in the Building, which I would say are just definitively way more comedic, having to lose out on possible recognition because of this show. But short answer, yeah, I think Bear season 2 deserves any sort of recognition.
Listen,
It was an
I have
extraordinary season of TV.
always said it again and again. For me, Fox is one of the
Fox and Fishes, just those two
greatest
episodes.
episode of, like, I have convinced people to watch The Bear on the basis of Fox. I'm like, you watch season 1, watch Richie, just wait till that episode. I have never seen a more redeeming, satisfying, well plotted character arc, like as someone who just watches shows also from the writing
Yeah.
perspective. Oh my God.
Yep.
That
Agreed.
was so he deserved the supporting actor to, oh my, 100%. I'm not denying it. So like on a case of deserved, non-deserved, chat, league, you guys also please join in, pipe in, deserved, non-deserved. We're just gonna, do time pass, have fun, get your opinions along in. If you think deserved, write deserved. If you think didn't deserve, write didn't deserve, and we'll try to discuss. But I think, in my opinion, best supporting actor, 100% deserved. Not for comedy, yes, but we discussed that. और अभी वो अभी इसके nitty-gritty में तो अभी how we'll discuss then? How we'll discuss if we go into that deserve not deserve? ऐसे नहीं, ऐसे हमने already discuss किया ना. अभी comedy में है तो है, अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. But yeah, that performance got him the role as Ben Grimm. Yeah, that's true. Just be a grumpy guy with a heart of gold. That's exactly what he needs.
Yeah, 100%. 100% what was needed.
What We Do in the Shadows should have won. Was What We Do nominated?
What We Do was nominated, yeah. So the nominees were Abbott Elementary, great show. Curb Your Enthusiasm, great show. Hacks, which won outstanding comedy series at least. Only Murders in the Building, Palm Royale, Reservation Dogs, The Bear, and What We Do in the Shadows.
Have you seen Hacks?
I have seen Hacks. It's a good show. It's a good show. It's a very, very good show, actually. Genuinely good show.
Which ones have you seen? Any of the shows that they nominated that you may have not seen? Like,
I haven't seen
l-
Palm Royale yet, and I haven't seen a lot of Reservation Dogs yet,
yeah,
so I
neither have
can't
I seen
comment on that.
Reservation.
Cannot comment on those two. But I
Hmm.
will say that as network comedies go, I actually really like Abbott Elementary. I think it's a very sweet,
Abbott
like in
Elementary is
an
a
age.
lovely
It's
show.
a very, very, very
Such a
sweet
good
show, I think.
show.
Yeah.
I got into it with the same I think it's the mockumentary hangover where you're like, it's the more or less the
Yeah.
super
Yeah.
crazy character or the principal who is a little all over the place, like
Yeah.
in a Michael Scott. You have your primary characters all over the place. But the more I got into it, the more I started watching the show, more I felt like, yeah, this is a nice
And it is, I
show
will
to
give
watch.
network television credit for this. They managed to drop a season every year still, while streaming networks just seem to take forever to drop like 8
Yeah,
episodes every 45 years. Like,
yeah.
this is a show that is consistently coming back every single year with some really, really nice episodes. So, love Abbott Elementary. Would have been
So
happy to see it win also. Also, I will say
yeah,
this Only Murders in the Building season 3 was so good. So, so, so good. Like genuinely, after season 2 had like one little drop. I thought season
don't
3
give
was
spoilers
really good. No
because it's
spoilers, but
confession time. I've not seen one also.
oh, it's a really good show. Season 1,
I don't know. It's
excellent.
just I can't get
Season
in.
2,
I don't know. I've never gotten into it. I don't know what it
you
is.
must. It is it is so fun. That show is so, so, so fun. Like again, just really, really entertaining show. Big fan.
Okay, so Only Murders in the Building is one of those shows where I remember when the first season itself had come out. I know you were ranting and raving about it, and I was like, yeah, tika. And it's one of those things where I think, how do I explain it? I think with the show, do you ever feel it that, oh my God, there's a backlog? Like to reach season 4, you
Yeah,
need to finish a
but the
one, two,
thing
three,
is
and you're
with
like,
these, right? These episodes, they're like the sort of closest this thing I have for it, they're like really nice, like pyaz kachori or like pyaz pakoda. You can just keep popping episodes. Like
yeah.
they vanish. They're so beautifully and artfully done. Like each episode is almost also like the insane thing about that show is right. Like what is amazing to me about watching Only Murders in the
Lots
Building
of
is
murders in the building.
no, it's just every single week, like in a world where we live, where over the last 30 years, so many new comedic actors and stars have sort of come out. Every week, Steve Martin and Martin Short, two of like the oldest dudes in the game,
Yeah.
go out there and drop the hammer on all of them. Okay. Like you watch Steve Martin on that show and you're just like, there still is, I don't think, a better comedic presence in this world. All
Oh,
right.
agreed.
There's a point, I think, in season 1 where his physical acting, just this man is like pushing 70, whatever, but his physical body language in his acting is so magnificent. All right. So utterly magnificent that you're in awe. Like at least me, I'm watching it, I'm just like, there's just even just as a comedian, so much to learn from that performance of his, right? As Charles Hayden Savage on this show. He basically plays like essentially a ex-actor. Like he used to be at one point like a hit network actor, and now he's just this old dude living off that money in his apartment. But oh my god, he's so good. Steve Martin also, who sometimes can be very tiresome in
Martin
this
Short, you meant.
show. Martin Short, sorry,
Yeah,
Martin
yeah,
Short, who can
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
be very tiresome, is
yeah.
actually so delightful in this show. And even the supporting cast, they're all great actually. Like very, very fun show.
And now it's Selena.
She's good. She's okay. She's like it. Like I don't, in the sense that I feel like if you're stuck, like you're not a professional actor, you've done a few movies, etc. You're a multi hyphenate, very talented, etc. But like if you suddenly have to be with Steve Martin and Martin Short, that's a tall order for
It
anybody.
is for anyone to
But
be
what's
to match on
nice
those
is
shoulders.
that like the show as it's gone on is it's managed to sort of write around her weaknesses and play to her strengths. So they sort of give her the straight person role while these two are playing like the
That
obviously comedic odd couple role. And I think it works. Like the three of them, like sort of there as a trio, they're great. Like their energy is also just great as these two old clueless dudes and like this millennial who just is like so done with their shit but is stuck with them. It's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. And it's a again
Only murders needs to be watched.
season 2 you have to struggle through a little bit. It was the COVID season basically.
Yeah.
So you can tell that, a lot of like second draft, third draft didn't happen on script.
Yeah.
But season 3, again, they bounce back.
I mean, they've got
Like
Meryl
Paul Rudd
Streep
is in
as
season
well.
3.
Yeah,
Meryl Streep and
exactly.
Paul Rudd, dude.
I mean,
Like,
it
come
is enough
on.
of a temptation for me to watch it
Like,
already.
come on, right? Like, literally, you think about it. Like, a show has to be good if somebody like Meryl Streep is like, I want to be in this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to take a guest role in this show. So
I don't know what it has been. Like, I think it's been like, it's very weird, but like for the past, I think 2 months, 3 months, I've been dying to start a new show, but somehow I don't have the enthusiasm to continue, if that makes sense. So I'll start a show, I'll watch 2 episodes, and then I'm like, I don't want to watch it. And it's very weird. How I don't know how to describe this fatigue, where I can't, unless it's like a rare thing. Like Blue Eye Samurai was one thing where I just started and I forced myself to sit through episode 1. Next thing I know, I was done. So Only Murders, I know it seems like a daunting task, but I think I should definitely,
I think you should.
especially after 4
You can
seasons,
get
I
to
should
season 3,
definitely watch it.
after which you will just be singing which of the Pickwick triplets did it non-stop. Like, I could not stop. Like, for months after that season came out, I could not stop singing which of the Pickwick triplets did it.
Cool. I'm definitely going to add that on the list. I've finished off most of the shows, but yeah, Only Murders in the Building will definitely be added because anyways, like I said, I love Steve Martin. If you've seen any of his old,
And this is like a masterclass from him.
Yeah.
Like a masterclass.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Only Murders in the Building will be watched. Hacks, I will have to start. Abbott Elementary, beautiful show. Bear, we discussed whether comedy nahi aata, nahi, theek hai, okay. And none of the other comedy shows we've seen. I mean, I'm surprised Baby Reindeer didn't actually no. Baby Reindeer comes in his own limited series anthology category, right?
Yeah.
Because even that could technically be considered comedy, if it's just longer than 25 minutes, but it has got your funny parts. What do you think about Richard Gadd and him winning?
I think he was great in Baby Reindeer. I think both him and Jessica Gunning winning is awesome. Like, but the fact that they won limited series, and is it separate for comedy and drama? Because otherwise, I'm just very sad that my beautiful Fargo season 5 was robbed, because what an extraordinary season of television that was also. I think, and again, I think it's a tough one because it was a tough year, because Jessica Gunning absolutely deserves it.
Dude,
like, she was phenomenal as Martha.
Good.
But I guess I just feel a little bad for Juno Temple, who was just so extraordinary in Fargo season 5. Like, I think, again, it's one of those powerhouse performances, like, especially if you've been watching her in Ted Lasso and then you suddenly see her in this. It's like, holy crap, this person has all the range. Like, all the range possible. She's so good in Fargo season 5, but also it's impossible in any way to like feel bad about Jessica Gunning winning. So,
you know what worked in her favor? It was that interview that came out. That interview solidified her. I mean, see, as an actress, obviously absolutely stunning. The way the show happens, the way she's maintained the character. But when the interview of the real Martha came out, I don't know if you saw it, but when it come out, it was eerie. I saw that and I'm like, dude, this lady deserves every bit of it. What a stunning performance. What stunning acting.
She was brilliant.
Fargo did get robbed a tiny bit. So yeah, people are talking about how Fargo should have won. And
the new True Detective got an Emmy for what? I'm sorry,
Jodie Foster got it.
Okay, please, I'm sorry, I love Jodie Foster, but that was straight up one of the most mediocre, tropey performances I have seen in a show. And I think that finale is straight up, like, the last 2 episodes of that season are some of the most underwhelming. Like, I cannot believe like that is an HBO show almost. Like, that degree of this thing. Just sorry.
Sometimes you want to give it to people who have been acting for way too long and deserved it.
I'm sorry.
Maybe like
ये
age पे तुमने किया तो दे देंगे आपको एक award. Like you were decent.
Sorry, love Jodie Foster, but just no, and no. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, Jodie. She was made by Rub, by the way. Sorry.
I knew it.
One of us had to say it. Since Jodie Foster,
like, oh my God.
One of us had to say it. It was bouncing around your head.
But her sister is actually way sweeter. Magai Jodie.
Oh yeah, they're twins. No?
Very specific joke for Pan enthusiasts only.
I love this. I love that at some point of time, someone would have tuned in saying, hey, man, you know what? This seems like a great conversation about about pop culture. And it's just pun jokes being thrown back to back.
Just right
But
there, heavy derail. Okay, what other shows? What are we
okay,
talking about?
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
I think
Okay.
Richard Gad, okay, good win. I
Baby
think
India
Baby
as a
Reindeer, good
show.
win. I think
Good
overall,
win.
yeah, as a show, just because, whatever discussion there might have been around the show after it came out. I remember watching the show and just overall feeling like my emotions had been put through the roller coaster. And I think that just makes a good show at the end of the day.
It was a bizarre show.
It was
It
a
was one
bizarre,
of
and the
those.
tonal shifts were beautifully executed, I thought,
Yeah.
because especially when sort of, without going into spoilers, when the mid-season sort of shifts
Yeah.
focus, I thought that was quite brilliantly done.
Does
And
it ever
overall,
happen
great
to
show.
you? Does it ever happen to you that I mean, this is specifically because as a comedian, when you look at Baby Reindeer, you're like, dude, that is an interesting. I'm not talking about what happened to him, but like him being stalked. That's an interesting experience to turn into a show. And has it ever happened that you've had an incident that has been like a little bit where you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to write about this,
Oh,
or I
yeah,
can't
full
wait to
on.
turn this into a story
Yeah.
like, do you ever do this where if you are angry at someone and I'm like, you bastard, you wait now, I'll crack a joke on you. Like that's
Yeah,
my
dude.
revenge.
Oh,
You
God, yeah.
bastard you.
Oh,
You
God,
just
yeah.
wait.
Of course. You just wait and see. You wait and see.
You see how I'm gonna
Yeah.
have
I have to,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
There are sets where I have to take in my bhadas on like school bullies and all out. So,
yeah.
like, much of that. Like a lot of like my worst sort of characters and jokes have been named after like people I didn't like in school and things like that. You have no idea of the petty vengeance that I just mete out in my writing.
I'm saying if anyone is watching Rohan's show, just make a list of the people, so you have an idea of who has wronged him. He's like the John Wick of jokes,
Exactly.
like
Damn right. Joke quick.
That's a great alter ego, by the way. Huh?
Joke quick.
Joke quick, joke quick, which also can be joke quick. Like
Yeah. Joke quick,
damn.
quick. Fastly make it.
We've created a great alter ego over there, man. If anyone is interested in picking up this franchise, we've been doing this show for 3 years. We've pitched a lot of great ideas. But if anyone is interested in picking up the franchise of an assassin who kills people by cracking bad or any joke really quickly, joke quick, please get in touch with us. We are working on it right now and would be happy to sell it at any given rate. So that's our joke quick pitch.
Joke quick.
Joke quick. Okay, what do you think about Outstanding Talk series, Daily Show winning?
Yeah, I mean, great, I guess. But was this for the newly returned Jon Stewart season?
I think so.
Okay, then cool.
I think it still comes under the 2024
okay,
2023 to 2024 gamut.
Because I don't know, this might be a controversial opinion, but I thought like Trevor Noah as the host of the Daily Show was like a 6 on 10 at best. At best, like I think it was sort of like it's one of those choices, right? Like when I'm sorry if this is a controversial opinion, but it's like when Alex Ferguson retired and he chose David Moyes to replace him. Like that was the first time that I think I questioned Sir Alex's judgment. In that same way, when Jon Stewart retired and he got Trevor Noah to replace him, that was maybe the first time that I questioned Jon Stewart's judgment.
He wasn't bad, man. He wasn't bad. He did good with what was given.
He was all right. He
did good with what was given. In fact, I actually did enjoy after his departure to some extent. I loved that format of having a new host every 2 weeks, which they are sort of doing right now also. If I'm not wrong, like Jon Stewart only comes on Mondays and the rest of the days is by other people. But that was a very interesting concept of a shifting host. Also, man, Hassan would have been so good had the news article. That seems like such a sly move, right? To release an article like that just at that time, squash the person's credibility. It's such a tough industry.
Tough industry.
What do you think of John Oliver's speech?
Very good. Just John Oliver being John Oliver. And the thing we have to appreciate about John Oliver is like, take no prisoners, give no fucks. And I appreciate that about him. And I appreciate that he carried that energy over to his speech where they started playing him off for no reason. And he was like, And he was talking about dogs, man.
He's talking
Like, come
about his
on.
dog.
Read
That,
the
at
room,
least
people.
read the
Read the
room.
fucking room.
No,
Yeah.
but John, like, it's bizarre, but like that show, I mean, it's been so many years since that
Yeah,
show has
yeah,
come
yeah.
out. All of
I
us
think it's
have
the
even,
real sort of spiritual successor to the Daily Show in a sense. Like,
yeah,
I think he really ran with like, I mean, Jon Stewart has like this great sort of these alumni from his show, right? Like from the original Daily Show run. And I
yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
John Oliver is absolutely among the strongest of them, up there with Colbert and like Samantha Bee and others. So yeah, 100% like deserved, I think.
Absolutely deserved. So I think we've discussed comedy. We discussed quite a bit. I want to. Do you want to talk about the one that has won a lot of awards at? Okay, we'll come to reality. What do you think about the Traitors?
I haven't seen the Traitors.
Neither have I, but I'm also disappointed as to why none of those. How is Selling Sunset or any of those really trashy reality? I know, it's not a reality
Like,
competition program, but
then to Indian
hey.
matchmaking should have won. Then to, I'm
I,
sorry, Indian matchmaking should have won
uh,
100%.
don't you think we need an Emmy category for shit shows? I think we need an Emmy when I meant by shit means
No, I
like
think we need.
really trashy
I think we
reality.
need a Razzies, but for TV
Dude,
instead.
like a Love is Blind. Do you watch reality, by the way?
I so there's a kind of reality this thing that I love, but there's a part where like like for example, I couldn't watch Love Is Blind beyond, like where I'm like just no sorry. But also at the same time, there was a time where I couldn't stop watching the Kardashians. So
Oh yeah.
like yeah, and also I think for the first 4 seasons of Big Boss, I watched every episode.
Oh, you want
And
a
I
big
do
boss, huh?
mean every episode for 4 seasons, every single episode. Because my theory is that there are certain kind of reality TV that actually is going to be the true historical document of our time. Like actually these fiction shows, prestige TV, etc., they'll be forgotten and they'll be like whatever, just another iteration of literature. But I actually think some of this reality TV, very solid historical documentation and representation of what the zeitgeist was in that year or at that time.
Of
Like I
course.
think the Kardashians as a show tells us a lot about who we are as a culture. I think Big Brother, the fact that it's sort of and Big Boss both went like into their most popular eras while we were all about to get a camera in our hand. It's not a coincidence. I think incredible historical docu and in a way, absolutely the sort of precursor to social media where we want a window into the lives of people doing things good and bad constantly.
Just stare at them,
Just
reach a
stare at
point.
them 100%. So yeah, there's kind of reality TV that I absolutely, and I think it has a very valuable place actually in the TV landscape. Believe it
Oh
or
no, I
not.
don't deny. I love reality TV. I think one of the creepiest things that's ever come across in reality TV, and I think I don't know whether that happened with Big Boss, but it started with Lock Up. It was a 24/7 stream. So,
Yeah.
and I do not know why. If I was very curious. I remember Lock Up, I was like, chal dekhte hai. And I think it was the third or fourth episode. I had come home from a party. It was 4:40 in the morning, and
Okay.
there were still like 300,000 people watching them
That's
sleep.
insane.
And I'm like, that is madness. And I'm one of those, like I'm literally sitting with my phone and just staring at people sleep. And I'm like, that is
That's beyond creepy,
beyond
right? And
creepy,
yet here,
dude.
there we were. There we were, just
Did you
watching.
see Ipsita has asked, follow Kalo, yeah. Did you see it? I watched the show. I enjoyed it.
I saw one episode. My only problem with Indian reality TV is that they have not yet mastered the art of faking scenes. Like it's very
Hmm.
clear which fake scenes are fake scenes and stage scenes. And I feel like that is an art that they still need to learn. So I was watching the first episode, but every 5 minutes I was getting taken out by bluntly just the stagedness of some of the bits,
Of course,
right? Like
of
I'm like,
course,
if you're
of
going to,
course.
and I get it, I understand that reality shows are full of stage material, but you've got to stage it in a way where that line disappears nicely.
I
And I
think there
don't
is
think
there is
that
one
Follow
element in the
Karloya did it.
show that I felt wasn't staged, that was her management. And if anyone has seen it, this is not even a spoiler, it's a spoiler for a reality TV show. But if anyone is a fellow trash monster, I just want to say justice for Ruslan. That's it. Conversation over. If you know it, you know it. If you don't,
Fair.
dude, you have to see it, man. What a guy, dude. That's
I
all. I
saw in
watched
the
the show
first
even for
episode.
that guy,
I
for
saw him in
that.
the first episode. I
He's
like how
so bad.
he's just,
He
yeah.
is so bad. So that was a very interesting Indian reality show that I have consumed. Yes, I agree. I slipped into a. This is why I have not seen Only Murders. This is why I have not seen any of the good shows because I've been spending time watching reality.
Hey man, all have a valuable place in the television landscape, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, I
So
thoroughly
you fight the
enjoyed.
good fight for us, Sahil Shah.
I will. Justice for Ruslan. Tomorrow, Gateway of India, 12 o'clock. I'm doing a protest. Join me, okay? We'll all be there.
Okay,
We'll
I will
fight.
100%
Okay.
be there. Like, I'm
Uh,
so there.
what do you think of Elizabeth Debicki? How do you pronounce the name? Debicki?
Elizabeth B.
Elizabeth for the
Yes.
crown. 100% well deserved. Dude.
I don't know because I in general got quite done with that show. Like overall, like I'm like, हाँ ठीक है. Like just overall, I thought like the fall off in the later seasons was quite like.
Yeah, but
So
she's so good.
yeah, okay.
Shah.
Sorry, I know, but I'm just I
Simple
cannot.
area, yaar.
I'm very sorry, yaar. I'm very and I think she's a great actor. I genuinely think she's a very good actor. I think she's great at this thing, but also like cannot stress this enough. I am completely out of shits for the British monarchy and anyone connected to them. Like completely out of like I'm like, you know what? I would have had more this thing in the crown if they had given as much focus to our friend Andrew and his exploits on Epstein Island as they did. You're milking the Diana thing so much. God mein damai karo na.
Anna, two
Like,
movies are on the same
karo.
story. Two
अरे,
movies are
but I'm saying crown
coming.
में करो ना. I'm saying crown में
Ah,
अगर गाड़ में दम में करो ना. Like
ah.
it's all happening simultaneously. Then why you're doing that? Like so, yeah.
ठीक है. And
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the award, the show that has swept the awards forever? What are your thoughts on Shogun?
Well, first of all, can I just say that that hat is just the single least appropriate thing that has ever happened on this stream. Like, Sahil. Yeah. That's not even like I'd say.
I know it's not Japanese.
Yeah,
I know.
whose
I know
culture you're
it's not.
appropriating right now.
I know it isn't. I know it's Vietnamese. This is totally different. It is
Right?
not even.
Okay.
It is.
Cool.
I am aware. I'm not that culturally inappropriate. But
Amazing.
I just wanted a straw hat. Okay.
Someone in chat has said brown guy samurai. Absolutely. Absolutely correct indeed. Correctly.
Brown guy samurai.
Like, let me put it this way. If you were a character in Shogun, I would have demanded that you commit seppuku right now.
Or
just
being
to
boiled
save the
alive.
honor of your house.
Hi.
But yeah, I loved that show when it came out. I still love that show. I think I have nothing to say other than 18 awards could have become 20 awards, could have become 25 awards. I would have been very happy. Just delightful to see Hiroyuki Sanada up on stage winning award for playing Torinaga-sama. And I've said this before and I will say it again. I would give life for Mariko-sama. So, you know what? Well deserved. Also, it just goes to show how important writing and directing are, okay? Because Anna Sawai was also in Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Yes.
And when I first watched her in that show in the modern plotline, I must confess, I was like, holy crap, this person can't act. Like, this is awful. Like, this is legitimately awful to see in like a big budget Apple TV production. And I wondered if it was her. Then Shogun came out. And I'm like, hey, this person looks familiar. And I was like, holy crap, it's the same person who was in Mona. And she is astonishing. Episode after episode after episode of Shogun, she is absolutely astonishing. In fact, I think the only weak link in the acting in this thing is Anjan, actually. I think he's not good, okay? Like every time.
It's the main guy, right? Who's the
Yeah,
main guy? Anjan, they call him.
Anjan, yeah.
What's
Like
his name?
Cosmo Jarvis, the actor.
Cosmo Jarvis, yeah.
Right?
Even
I was like, oh my god, like you just like, and I don't know if that was her, but I thought she was great. I thought the whole cast was actually the Japanese cast was astonishing. Like every single one of them was just absolutely like Yabushige too good, Ishida too good,
No, I think I have been a fan. I've been a fan of Hiroyuki Sanada since I think the first time I saw him was in this show called Helix, which was on Netflix. It was
Yeah,
a small
yeah,
little random show, and he
yeah.
was good. And ever since then, it's been like a very simple, hey, we need someone Japanese. Here we
We need a
go.
Japanese badass.
That's all you
We
need.
need a
Yeah,
Japanese
yeah.
badass. Get Hiroyuki Sama on the phone and let's get this done.
That's
And
all you need, okay?
too good,
So
too good.
Shogun filled in the void after Blue Eyed Samurai. I was in a very like, dude, I was
He was
desperate. I
in
was like,
John Wick
"Chalo, I want to go."
also.
Yeah,
He
of
was
course.
in
He was the
every Bullet
Japanese.
Train, dude. Bullet Train. He's in
Japanese.
Bullet Train.
He's there everywhere.
It's too good. He's too good. He's
You
just
name
really.
it is like he said, you need Japanese badass
Wolverine
Hiroyuki
also, correct.
Sanada.
Wolverine also, he was in. Yes,
I'm a
correct.
huge I'm a huge fan of him. I love his acting. I really
Too good.
think
And
he's a
he was
great
astounding as
actor.
Toranaga-sama. He was so good.
And
So
he
good.
totally deserved it. Do you think Shogun deserves the drama series when you
Yeah,
look
yeah,
at
yeah.
all
Though
the
again, this
others?
is cheating, okay? Because it was originally supposed to be a limited series. The book is over. Okay, season one, the book is over. And now James Clavell has written other books set in like that period of Japan, but it's not like a continuation of Shogun. So
Okay.
now, because the show did well, they've decided, oh, there's going to be a season two, and it's not going to be a limited series. It technically should have been winning in like season one. I mean, in
Yeah.
limited series category.
Yeah, yeah. But
But now
they
they've
did this
switched
bit of
it,
a
and
hack.
now they've done this. And but yeah, I mean, I have to say, like, I can't. What an excellent. Who were the other nominees?
That's why Shogun was the nominee. There
Who
was
else
The
was the nominee?
Crown. The Crown.
Yeah.
Fallout. I don't know how Fallout
Sorry.
comes under
Okay.
drama.
I mean,
Great
Fallout is a
show.
drama, to be fair. I mean, if it's drama
Fallout
comedy.
is a comedy right there. Fallout
No,
is so
man.
funny.
Fallout, it's
Fallout has
funny, but
more
that's what
funny
I'm
moments.
saying. If Fallout is a drama, then The Bear is definitely a drama. Like, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Wait, where is it?
The Gilded Age, The Morning Show. Those were the other drama
Oh, please.
series.
Morning Show is trash. I'm sorry, but Morning Show is just, it's a K serial with budget. Okay.
I
I'm
remember I'd seen the
sorry.
first season.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
what
All
is
right. It is
this?
literally, it's one of those shows where, like, whatever happens, though, if you don't know what to do with the character, na, suicide. Like, it's that degree of, like, cringe after a point. Okay. Like, I've watched it and it's just, good God. Just, wait, where is it? What else is I'm looking
Then there's
for?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. No,
I
not
thought
at
I was
all.
quite underwhelmed by Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I thought
Of
it was all
course.
right, honestly.
It's
I thought it was
very,
very, very all right.
yeah. And then Slow Horses. Now I've heard a lot of shit, like good stuff.
I've seen
about
season
Slow
one of
Horses.
Slow Horses. I have friends who've seen more and they swear by it. So I'm sure it's a good show. But I find it very hard to argue with. Just because of what Shogun achieves through the way it puts you in sort of that period of Japan. Right? It's so beautifully executed.
Oh, dude.
Like you feel like a foreigner who has washed up on the shores of this place. So
Yeah.
full fan.
I was literally sitting and watching. I think I was on the second or third episode, and I was mesmerized more than anything just by the set design.
Yeah.
Just
and I think it was the third episode that had that incredible ship sequence where they escape on that ship. Like where Anjan helps them escape on the ship. Like,
Yeah, no, row.
Yeah.
If I'm that was right up top only, first episode only.
First episode? Oh, I thought that was the third episode.
Yeah, straight up only.
Yeah.
That's when they are like, oh, you know, the Shogun wants to meet you, you know, because he's turned out to be important. But dude, like the level of it is one of those games where no, I said games because it reminded me of I want to play Ghost of Tsushima right now. But man, that show, I agree when it comes to creative awards. I totally agree. They've swept the creative awards as well as the major awards. So do you I think in terms of the drama category, Shogun would definitely win because none of the
Cannot dispute it.
Three Body Problem is cutely nominated. It's so cute.
I like Three Body Problem. I like Three Body Problem a lot. I think like overall, like there was some 50-50 this thing, but I quite liked Three Body Problem overall season one. I think like it doesn't hold a candle to Shogun like at all.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I think those were the major Emmys that we have done. We have supporting actor in a comedy series, lead actress we have obviously Anna Savai, supporting actor in drama series Morning Show, हमने already बोल दिया था tier, not the actor, just the show का maybe, yeah. Outstanding lead actor Bear done, Bear, supporting actress Elizabeth, Jean Smart Hacks winner, outstanding lead actress in a comedy series.
She's great. I think if you're going to give somebody like this thing award, like a thing consolation, whatever, Jean Smart is due award.
Yeah.
Okay, Jean Smart has been one of those actors who has just always been like she's always been there, right? From the Bond movies to now to Fargo season 2 to now, just I think fuck yeah, Jean Smart always.
Okay, so Jean Smart, we've
Always.
discussed the major shows, we've discussed directing. What is Ripley? I have never heard of
Ripley is
Ripley also.
the
Jesus,
sort of
I'm
talented
very
Mr.
out
Ripley
of it.
remake that is
Oh,
on
yeah,
Netflix with Andrew
yeah.
Scott.
I
So yeah.
remembered watching a bit of it. Again, it's I really need to start watching stuff. I think outstanding writing for a comedy series, Hacks has won. Supporting actor, Fargo, at least Lamont Morris won for Fargo. So
Something
that
at
is
least.
something at least for Fargo. Drama series, Slow Horses. Did you hear Will Smith say his joke?
No, what did he say?
So basically, the writer for Slow Horses, his name is Will Smith. And he came up on stage and he's like, hey, like my namesake, I'm actually a sweet man, something like I'm a Will Smith, but hey, you don't have to you have to worry about me. You can keep my wife's name in your mouth. Yeah,
I'm not gonna
you can
smack
do that.
anyone.
Directing for Bear, directing for comedy and drama, Bear and Shogun. Lead actor is Richard Gad Reindeer, Jodie Foster we did, and Baby Reindeer. Yes, that has been the
All right, good wrap up. Good
Very
wrap up,
interesting.
right there. I think all in all, no problems with Shogun. Bear, excellent show. Is it a comedy? I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that's always going to be a question whenever you start discussing the Bear. No complaints on Baby Reindeer's cast winning anything. No complaints on John Oliver winning. Overall, all right, not bad.
Interesting question from Kaushik. Do you guys think the golden age of television is over? Very nice, interesting question.
I do think the golden age of
things up.
television is over. I think so. I think that we had like a sort of like we sort of at one point attained peak like episode density. I think prestige television for me was like in the early days of streaming, but I think now a lot of that promise has been squandered. I think they've definitely taken the wrong lessons from what works and doesn't work in terms of where they've forgotten that it's actually stories that keep us interested. And everything has now become like this bloated, high budget, this thing, like, which is why you have to wait 2 years to get a House of the Dragon. And then you get 8 episodes where season 2 is essentially just a build up to season 3 and stands for nothing on its own. On its own. And that season 3 will now be another 2 to 3 years. I think everything from streaming services to just Hollywood executives taking bad lessons from, because it's not just the streaming services, right? It's the streaming services. It's like even HBO has been making some weird mistakes. And that also, I'm guessing, has to do with the fact that Warner Brothers in general and like Warner Media has been struggling and money's been an issue.
It's the greed also.
I think that it's possible that we could be looking at another, if not golden age, at least like something that emerges from the shards of this, which is that we could possibly go back to basics where it's just about good writing, good this thing, which is why I actually think like shows like Only Murders in the Building are fantastic, right? Or Abbott Elementary, where you're like, okay, this is our set and setting, this is our this thing. We can write the theme and we can have a season out that is delightfully written, well acted, and well produced within a yearly schedule. And I think those are sort of things that we need to go back to. So would be nice to see. Would be nice
I agree. I feel like I think
because at current budgets, we've reached this place where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter how well your show does. It costs so much to make that unless literally everybody on earth watched it, it's not sustainable for us to greenlight season 2 or 3. Right? Which I think is absurd. That is not how like it should function. It shouldn't be like, oh, the only chance my show will come back is if somehow everybody on earth sort of watched it.
Oh, there's a beautiful little cliffhanger that makes, I hate that format of having cliffhangers
Just
on
terrible.
every show. That, hey, season 2 will come. Like, hey, we can't end the story yet. Hey, we can't end the story, end the fucking story and then have a second season. I'm so tired of cliffhanger endings of stories.
Agreed. Especially when I don't know that we're going to come back for another season.
Yeah, or we'll take time. Like for example, it has been so long. It's been easily 2 years since Severance came out.
Since what came out? Severance, yeah. And now it's
Two
coming out.
years.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, right? You're like, what happened? I forgot absolutely what happened in that show. But still, ends on cliffhanger, right? One of
And
those things.
again, what makes it worse is the fact that and you look at a show like Severance and you go, oh, this must have been really easy to shoot, right? Because you're
Yeah.
like, hey, it's got very controlled settings, we're doing all of that. Turns out it was apparently 20 million an episode to make. 20 Apple spent 20 to 25 million an episode.
How?
And
How?
I'm like, what on earth are you guys
तू
doing?
अंधेरी
This
फिल्म
makes
सिटी आजा ये वो
yeah,
सेट बना
I'm
लूंगा
like,
तो
this makes
मैं बना
no
लूंगा
sense. This makes no sense at all. But yeah.
I love the comment, by the way, by Fiviki Ma saying hitting the remote was peak Indian. You have to. It is the it literally works. It's an actual thing that's
It
been tried and
worked.
tested.
It worked. It worked. It worked. We know this. If it works on our kids, it works on our remotes.
Exactly.
It works.
Exactly. It's even weird when I'm like removing the batteries from my kid. Like, what sort of kid is this?
Damn
Where
it.
are your
Time
batteries,
out.
bro? Fucking what is this
Time
shit?
out.
But okay, no, but to come back to the question, I think for me, like I'm coming from a place of fatigue. I'm coming from a place of entertainment fatigue. I'm coming from a place of content fatigue, wherein I do not want to sit and dedicate time to like it's the same thing, right? You don't want to sit and dedicate time to watching one season of a show if you know that after 3 years another one's going to come. Then you've put in so much time and
Yeah.
investment. And there are certain shows where you wait all the while and it's just subpar. Like, I'll be very
Yeah.
honest. House of the Dragons this year was fuck all.
Yes, it was very average.
Very average.
It was quite
And
average.
it hurt to watch the episodes and be like,
I waited 3 years for this.
what are you doing? Just either finish the show or write something
agree
that
with
is
you.
bad. What are you doing, you know?
I agree
And
with you.
until they cut down, right? It's the same. There's the same thing that you discussed, right? It's greed. It's even like you saw the entire fiasco that happened with Acolyte, right?
With Acolyte, yeah.
Same thing, nah.
Yeah, same
Greed,
thing.
Nikala. Now it's not part of canon. Now they're like the show. No, it didn't happen. Show didn't happen. Forget it happened. It's even none. I'll be honest. None of the sequel shows that I have seen this year have kept me as hyped as when I had first seen them. And it is understandable that over time seasons wither. But I also feel that there's this beautiful term. I was seeing Panchayat season 3. Okay, have you seen Panchayat season 3?
Season 3 I've not seen.
Okay. Season 3, not the best, but sweet nevertheless. And someone used a beautiful term saying it's a filler season. And like I've heard of filler episodes.
But filler season is damn
filler
hectic.
season. They're setting it up for season 4. Season 4 they are setting up for Game of House of Dragons. तो यही problem
ऐसे नहीं करने का भाई. ऐसे नहीं चलने.
So I think that I agree with everything that you've said, and I feel that's the thing. Until we reach a point where this filler season wala concept goes, where you're like, you know what, show banate hai properly. Forget ke next season kya hone wala hai, or
full filler season it was. Full filler. Even like Mirzapur
Mirzapur
season 3 felt like a filler season, right? Like it felt like, oh, okay, we'll this thing. So I don't know. I mean, though I enjoyed Mirzapur season 3 overall. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, but it's same
Right?
filler season. No, it's the
Yeah,
same thing.
it was
You're
fun.
left
But yeah, I guess
disappointed.
there's only so many times you can hear someone say Bahubali and Jaunpur ki gaddi. Like, how many times you're going to hear men talking on the phone about Jaunpur ki gaddi, dude? Like, beyond the point.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, cool, good stuff, I guess.
They were so like they released that bonus episode, right? Where
Yeah.
Munna Bhaiya comes. No, Munna comes back from the dead to just give you like, hey, you know, I know you guys miss me. I know you guys really need me in the show. So I'm back from the dead. I'm just gonna run through everything real quick, bring you all back up to task, just fill it up like that. Yeah. Okay, we'll quickly wrap this up. What are you most excited for coming? Like anything that's coming out, what are you looking forward for?
Arcane season 2.
Agreed. No
Arcane
denying.
season 2 is coming, so I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about the new Alien show that's going to come out. That looks like fun.
Did you see the movie?
I haven't seen the movie yet. I really
Even I
want
have
to.
not
It's
seen the
getting great
movie.
reviews. It's getting very, very good reviews. What else am I excited about that's coming out soon? Any games coming up this year?
No games coming out soon.
No games coming out soon. No holiday season. No holiday season. That sucks.
Nothing big. The Penguin will be coming out. That
The
seems
Penguin
like an
is out
exciting
apparently,
show.
right?
Oh, it's already out?
Getting really good reviews.
Oh,
Getting good reviews. It's getting good reviews. So, maybe that'll be good. Who knows? Who knows? Agatha all along is coming. That should be fun. The trailers look great. I
मैं
think
नहीं
the
देखने
trailers
वाला.
actually look very fun. I'm going to watch
मैं
it.
नहीं देखने. I'm not देखने वाला नहीं हूँ. I put my foot
You?
down. I'm done.
Why? Why?
I
Done with
don't.
what?
Yeah, ma'am. It's it's the same thing, right? It's them throwing like a show on. Like I don't want to see a show on
But
her. I
this,
don't.
but
I
I
don't.
do
I know
just,
it's a
here's
fun
the thing.
character, but
Not even a fun character. I just like what I like about the show, at least from the trailers, is it basically looks like a buddy comedy horror movie with a group of witches. And so far, the marketing has been spectacular. We've seen the character posters and all that they've been dropping. They're all like 80s horror film homages, and they're really nicely done. Also, if Aubrey Plaza is in something, I will watch it. This is just the cast is
that
outstanding, right?
I don't deny
Like
that.
this
I don't deny
is
the
one
cast
of
is
those
stunning.
simple these things. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll watch it. Also, I will give them the benefit of the doubt solely because, in all these sequel seasons, etc., whatever, Loki season 2 was awesome. Loki season 2 was legit quality.
They get it. See that,
Yes,
but that's
yes,
in a sea of 30, one beautiful island exists. That is what
yes,
I feel what
yes,
has happened. And
yes.
yeah, so looking forward to, well, not exactly. अभी तक ये सब बाकी है देखने का. So I'm not looking
Correct,
forward to anything, guys. I have to still finish off all
correct.
of
He's
this.
still, yes,
Uh,
he's still got
I
his
have to
backlog.
Only Murders, Shogun ka last few episodes, Batman. This is too much.
Too much to
I'm too
watch.
tired.
Too much to
Uh,
watch.
Pratham, I'll answer your super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, but we'll answer your super chat at the end when we'll just announce what shows are happening and all of that. Anything else? Did you see Beetlejuice 2?
Not
Beetlejuice 2,
yet.
have you
I have
seen?
not
No,
seen
I've
it
not
yet.
seen.
No, no, not seen yet, sadly.
Oh yeah, first episode aired on 19th September. So 3 more days for Penguin.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
3 more days for Penguin.
Okay, amazing.
I'm quite, dude, can
That
I
is
just tell you
exciting.
something? I'm going
Yes.
to say something very uncle-like, okay? But when I was watching Cape Crusader, the first
Huh.
episode, and like I'm like, Penguin is a woman?
Like, I didn't
Got
mind
it.
that it was a woman, but really the best you could come up with was Oswaldina,
Yeah.
whatever. Really, that is the degree of effort you put in, you shameless writers, you ek number besharam people. Really, Oswaldina, chup, chi, chat,
Batman is a woman. What?
cut.
Yeah, his alter ego is
Yeah,
Bruce Wayne. What?
yeah, like
You don't know?
Brucina, like what on like कुछ भी
Oh
मतलब
man.
shame.
I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, Gordon is black. What is happening, guys? And I'm like, listen, what is
Like,
this uncle attitude that I'm bringing to the show? I thought it was a
I'm with
direct
Rachit on
sequel.
this, though. I really like the progression from Pennyworth to Alfred. That was really nicely done.
Yeah, that was super nice. Sector
Very, very nicely
36,
done.
not seen, देख लेंगे.
अभी तो
That
है. I'm actually quite
अभी तो
looking
आया.
forward to that. It seems like all nice and good. Also, so one of my favorite genres in this world is all kinds of true crime. And I don't know whether like my mentality is sick or whatever, but whenever real people do horrible things, I am like a moth to the flame. Okay, like I followed the Nithari case as a kid,
I
followed
remember.
the Burari case as and when it happened, followed the Josie Joseph case as and when it happened. I am morbidly attracted to the idea of what makes real people do utterly devastating or horrific things. So
I know we are live. Okay, I know we are live, and I'm just gonna ask you, have you ever thought about it? Like, do you ever enter a room and you're like, can I get away with it? I don't think I'll kill someone, but I
no,
am
no, no, no.
always like,
I haven't thought about it, but obviously, like there are times where if I'm bored in life, like I think everybody in their life has tried to at some point the thought exercise devise the perfect crime.
yeah, the
I think
perfect
that's
crime.
a
Yeah.
thought exercise that everyone has done, which is that what is the perfect crime, right? Or how would the perfect crime sort of look? So that's something that I think I like very ideally sort of thought about. But also the thing is that's different from like DB Cooper was technically the perfect crime, right? Was never found it. But these are not perfect crimes. In fact, they're horrible. They're horrible, devastating, like awful crimes, right? So
I agree. I'm not saying like that. I'm not saying that what happened in Ithari is something that I've fantasized about, or I'm like, yeah, that is the
yeah.
extremes of psychopathic behavior.
No, but there's many
Everything.
times, I've been like, and forget like murder or whatever, right? Like there's many times where I've just, like say for example, where I've just been in the bank doing my work and I've just thought to myself while I'm waiting, like, what would the perfect bank robbery look like, right? Like for example, just looking at this bank right now, the thought exercise, and I think as a writer, that's part of your life, right? Where you're like, you put yourself in situations
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
how would I essentially write my way out of
I've-
this or work
I've-
my way out of this, right?
I've
Like,
caught myself creepily staring at CCTVs, wherein I've just caught myself staring because I'm like, okay, there's a CCTV here, there's a CCTV there. At what point of time can
yeah,
I
and like you
enter
said,
the
my
room,
two brain cells
get
at 3
out?
a.m. Yeah. That's what your brain cells do at 3 a.m. Right? It's like, I wonder how I would rob the RBI.
अगर अगर कर पाएंगे तो कैसे करेंगे? Can we be
Yeah,
criminals?
exactly.
I think I'll be
And
caught
the thing
very
is, yeah,
quickly.
exactly. Like 5 minutes later, I'm just like, whatever I've come up with just seems like significantly more work than whatever it is I'm doing in my life right now. And then
Yeah.
I forget about the idea.
Yeah, so that's all. I just wanted to know that I'm not the only person who imagines can I
No,
get
I
away
think
with
everybody
it?
does.
Like
Look, I
if
think we all have those sort of vaguely intrusive thoughts of like,
of
I
course,
wonder what this thing would be like. I wonder what this thing would be like. Like, I
yeah,
wonder
pushing
what a
the
bank
person or
robbery.
stuff like yeah,
Like, yeah, right? Like, the whole, the do it, the jump, basically. Or like, when you're standing at a high place, that voice that says, oh,
No,
what happened if I jump?
the House of
Like,
Cards, the House of Cards train push, the
yeah,
season
yeah,
one.
yeah. I think
I
everyone,
think everyone has had that. ये तो
everyone.
एक बार तो try कर सकते हैं. Which by the way, speaking of really like, can you get away with it? Super intrusive. Just sorry, little segue. Did you see Trap?
Trap?
The
What's
M
Trap?
Night Shyamalan movie?
No, I haven't seen it yet. I've
Okay,
not seen it yet. I will watch
okay,
it.
cool,
I will
cool.
watch it.
That it fits right into the conversation that
Okay,
we were
amazing,
having.
amazing, fantastic.
Not the best movie ever, but at least
That's fine.
with what we are discussing, it is a
Cool,
fun.
yes, we will watch Industry on HBO. We will watch
Yeah,
it.
my God, he's really gone at it, dude.
Yes,
It's
yes,
like
we will
it's
got
like
it.
he
We have
owns it's
Akul
his own
Satsangi,
show.
the writer of Industry on HBO, in the chat right now. Please watch. Oh, Devesh, Longlegs. I saw Longlegs. This might be a controversial opinion, but I thought it was the single most awful movie I have seen in a long time. Like,
that bad?
dude, it is like a mishmash of almost like what like a stoner thinks like horror murder tropes should be. Like, I could guess what was going to happen 5 minutes after the movie started. I could tell you exactly who was going to die and how. I fell asleep 4 times during that movie. Okay, 4 times. And I'm not like this thing in the sense that मेरा फटता है horror movie में, ठीक है?
This is
Like,
a
मैं
Nicolas
ऐसा
Cage one
good-
also, na?
Yeah, it's the Nicolas Cage one. But literally when I'm like horror movie, usually ना मेरा बहुत फटके हाथ में आता है, ठीक है? Like, I admit it freely. मैं scaredy cat है. But this movie, 20 minutes into it, I was just like, and you know what? I went with a friend. And we went and she said something that was actually very, very astute. She's like, I'm sure that whoever directed this movie is a failed actor. Okay. And we went and looked it up, and that is absolutely correct. It's Anthony Perkins' son. Anthony Perkins is the Norman Bates from Psycho. It's his son who has written and directed.
Sadly decided to make this for everyone.
And like, I know a lot of people like whatever, but oh man, it was such a boring, tedious movie. Like, उसके बाद मैं खाना खाने बेरूट गया, ठीक है? और वो जो बेरूट में मैंने बिल निकाला ना, that was scarier than Longlegs. Like, I'm very sorry. I think that movie was very, very flat. Like, just
Okay. I would recommend then if you want to watch horror, which is not scary but also fun. I enjoy Stree 3. Lots of Stree 2.
Stree 2.
Yes.
So you gave a great name for Stree 3.
I have.
Stree.
Stree.
They should just call it Stree.
I just posted it. It should be called Stree, and Tumbat should be Toombud. You want me to say it's right there. I don't
2M 2Bud.
Yeah. That'll be great. We should let's pitch it to Soham Shah. He's my relative.
It's a good idea.
I'll drop him a message from one Shah to another Shah.
Yes, you should.
Okay, cool. I think that's it. I think we've discussed everything that there is. Rohan discussed what game he's played with.
I said Astrobot, yes. Astrobot.
We finished off Ghost of Tsushima long ago.
Yes.
Blah 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 blah. And last but not the least, James McAvoy's new movies come out, See No Evil, which is apparently based on a Dutch movie, and the Dutch movie is also much better. So it's apparently a very, very, very good movie. So
okay,
ठीक है, देखा नहीं है, तो looking forward to that. And yeah, that's it to answer. I hope this was a fun recap, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a fun recap and just spoke about everything. If you have any thoughts, please let us know while we are wrapping up. Pratham asked for shows. Rohan, what are your upcoming shows?
Oh, I have wait, tomorrow is the 17th. So 18th, which is Wednesday, I'm on at the J Spot in Juhu at 8 p.m. with Ronak Rajani. I'm also on with Ashish and a bunch of comics at Habitat at Rough Work Column at 10 o'clock, also on Wednesday. On the 20th, I am at Khar Comedy Club with Sapan Verma and Anirban Dasgupta. That's on the 20th. That's at Khar Comedy Club. What else do I have coming up? That is what I remember right now off the top of my head. This week there's those 2 shows in Mumbai, 3 shows rather in Mumbai that are happening. So
Right, cool. I'll put the tickets I'll pin the tickets in the comments. I am touring Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai with my show Broken. It's the
and you
last
are
time I'm
then
doing the
taping
show.
a special.
Yeah,
Sahil
brother.
Shah is taping a
Finally,
special, friends.
9th November, I am taping my special in Mumbai.
9th
That
November.
will be
Go
edited.
be the crowd at Sahil
Please,
Shah's
Mumbai में
special.
आ जाओ दोस्तों,
Please.
Mumbai में please आ
Please
जाओ.
go.
Please aa jao. And yeah, that's it. I'm taping the special. It'll come up on YouTube for you guys to watch. And yeah, that's all. Thank you so much for watching today's stream. I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation and the nonsense that we spoke about. I hope you had fun. If you have any thoughts, opinions about what we discussed, or your opinions about shows, movies in general, leave it in the comments. We'll read the comments and reply to you guys. Apart from that, thank you once again for watching Binge-O-Clock. We will be back. Hopefully, maybe someday. That's a new motto. We don't give promises.
Exactly like the TV industry. At some point
Yeah,
within the next 3 years, we will
एक
drop
सीजन
another
आएगा.
episode.
हाँ, तुम आप देखते रहो, वेट करते रहो, रिकैप देखो, कभी ना कभी तो आएंगे. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you very much. With this uncle sign out, we are going to say thank you. Bye bye. Have a good night. See you later. Sayonara. Bye. And stream has ended.